Folks, we're back here in some action with SVI Media and Star Valley High School Wrestling. We're going to pick back up with the girls where they left off. It looks to me like the Minico girls are wrestling twice so that all of our girls will get a match, and so that's why we needed to take the break so that those girls could get they have to have a 45-minute break in between each match, and so that's why they did that. So now we're back. I believe we are on match number 6, which is Kenna Merritt and Eliza Crystal. So Merritt from Star Valley, Crystal from Minico. Once again, this is Minico, Idaho, coming to us this weekend. We're glad that they came up, and they brought some girls, and it's good to see these girls get some matches in. So once again, Kenna Merritt and Eliza Crystal.
You know, Adam, I went to a girls' practice this week, and it was awesome to watch. You and I both know we raised our boys with wrestling, and we know what wrestling did for us. We know what wrestling did for our boys. Although I'm not a girl dad, I only have boys, but dang, why wouldn't it provide those same benefits to the ladies? And just to watch them practice was awesome.
Yeah, good. Merritt almost with the takedown there. She just was not able to keep both toes in bounds, just one. So really close on that takedown.
Looks like a headlock's trying to come. I know the coaches are trying to wean them from headlocks. And Star Valley's never been a fan of if you wrestled for Star Valley and you tried a headlock, you knew your coaches were going to get after you. If you headlocked them and pinned them, they would maybe get after you a little bit less.
And the reason, those listening, the reason that Star Valley program has always been like that is that it's not a really high success rate on a headlock. I mean, the kids that are really good at it are really good at it, and they do well. But overall, you can get in trouble a lot with it. And
seems like you can get more trouble than you gain out of it.
Yeah, so coaches are really like, okay, if it's there, take it. Or if you're down 4 and you need 5 points real fast, go ahead, or something. But anyway, ended up that first period 0-0. Kenna in on a shot. Crystal doing a really good job sprawling and stopping him from scoring. So it'll be Merritt's choice. She's going to choose top.
What I think is super fun is watching. Obviously I'm not familiar with the girl wrestlers like I am the boys, but it's fun to hear last names.
Right.
I'm like, hey, wait a minute, that's a wrestling family, and then it's even more surprising. Like, hey, wait a minute, that's not a wrestling family, but she's wrestling. Yeah. This is awesome. It's just better. I love it. Jared Erickson, football, basketball. I mean, the Ericksons, that's football and basketball.
Yep.
But to have his daughter wrestling, because here's what you and I both know too: the moment somebody understands the sport of wrestling, they start to love it. Yeah. You just got it's harder to understand than most sports, especially if you've never been exposed to it. But once you get it, then it's like the allure of wrestling, it just takes over.
Yep. And
you just love to watch your kids go out there and compete and do wicked hard things. I mean, an easy day of wrestling practice is harder than most people's worst day of their life.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Kenna has if she could get it there, she's kind of in a position for a near side cradle. It looks like she's almost got it locked up. Kind of gets out of position a little bit, and now she needs to try to scoot back around behind her if she can. Looking for it again.
She's looking for that near cradle, and she goes back and just secures her positioning.
And that's smart.
Yep.
If she could get her, if she watches this match back and looks at this on SVI Media, then if she would get her head in the ribs in that situation right there, drop her head down, get her head in the ribs, then that'll help her to be able to secure up that near side takedown or near side cradle. She's got the cross wrist on right now. She's doing a good job of keeping her opponent down. So that'll end the second period, 0-0 score. It'll be Crystal's choice. And her coaches tell her to choose bottom. They said, get on bottom and get up.
Simple, right?
Simple.
Just do that.
It's that easy. Starting the third period.
Good job for Merritt stopping that first movement from bottom.
She's
taking her right back down to the mat, belling her out a little bit. Minico's building the base. And Merritt's a little out of position.
She had the half on, but got a little out of position. That gives Minico the reversal.
And this is all stuff that will solve itself over
right.
wrestling season.
For sure.
All this, the little position. Sometimes they don't know they're in a bad spot, and they get in danger because of it. Sometimes they don't know they're in a good spot, and they don't score off of it. But
see, even in that situation right there, she just doesn't have enough experience yet to know not to reach up for that head. She reached up for that head. That allowed the Crystal girl to get a half on and get the fall. So
it is instinct.
And
it's human nature to reach up.
The more they
like
wrestle,
that.
the more they practice, the more they're going to get out of learn those situations better. All right, so that brings us to our next match, which will be, if I have it right here, Kylie Erickson and Cecilia Salinas. So Salinas from Minico and Erickson from Star Valley. I think this is who you were just talking about.
Yeah, I think so. Lo and behold, there she is. About to open up a whole can on this girl from Minico.
One thing I've noticed from her so far is she's really aggressive.
I know. It's fun to see the genetics come. I mean, you know their parents, and it's just fun to see genetics come out and watch a girl go kind of unload out there.
Yeah.
I was talking to Coach Kendall Foreman when I went to practice, and she says one of the things that she likes to see. Oh, here's Erickson with it looked like she was doing a pinch headlock for a second. She's underhooking. I like that. I love that.
She can get the cow catcher right though.
She wants a head.
She does want a head.
But Coach Foreman was saying, one thing she loves to see in watching a girl wrestle and compete is that she says they can be total girly girl. Oh, nice, great shot from space. She doesn't finish it, but what a great shot, super quick.
Now she's right into the headlock.
Very athletic.
Yeah. That was a good shot.
It was just quick. She says these girls, when they get mad, or she says it's cool to see the mama bear side of them. She says it's like junior bear or something, But she says there's something that snaps when they get upset, right? and she says, and then they change. Their personality out on the mat changes. She just loves to see that happen. All right, Kylie looks like she's looking for a pinch headlock. I think she just doesn't care, just wants a headlock. But
there's
nice shot.
Drag to a shot right there.
One of the things you'll notice in high, I've just noticed it with my boys, that there's a move like a double leg takedown. So beginning wrestlers, they learn a takedown. Then the more you advance, the more sophisticated you come, then you realize, the setup to that takedown is just as important. And then when your boys go off to college, then you realize, it's the setup, it's the shot, and the finish. Right? They got to finish quick. Because if they don't finish it, they might get in deep on the legs. They're just not going to get the points, because if you pause for a second and congratulate yourself, you're going to get worked. And that's, you see that evolution in wrestlers. And so 0-0 heading into the second period, and Kylie's
a little out
off
of
to the
position
side.
there.
Yep, off to the side. Oh, little flipperuno, and she ends up giving up a reversal. And she's kind of reaching back, but
Minico girl had a half on, but Kylie was able to turn that around and get an escape. So score goes 2-1.
And that's just pure hustle right there.
Hustle and athleticism.
Yeah, she's definitely athletic, and it's showing. And she's doing things that she normally wouldn't be able to do. She just makes it happen because she's so athletic. But
it's going to be fun to see some of these girls progress through the years and how they get better. I think Kylie's a senior. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure she is because I think she's in the SBO presidency in their school. So, but it'll be interesting to see, especially some of these younger girls as they do this year and then year out, how they'll improve.
Yep. It's just trust the process.
She's really wanting that head. There, she's got it. If she,
ooh.
yeah, she's almost there.
Yeah, she's real quick on her feet.
There, she kind of fakes a shot and then goes right back up to that head. Something that she could look for along with that little headlock, if she likes that, is the cow catcher that goes right along with it.
Yeah.
She's been in that position 2 or 3 times, but just she gets caught right here. Hopefully she can, a couple seconds, she can hold on there. Good.
See, all this is different with just a little. Every week you'll watch these wrestlers get better and better and better. Just little tweaks, little adjustments, little bits of awareness. That would be a totally different. Right now it would be a totally different match. But Kylie's she's showing great. I just caught myself daydreaming about an underhook to a knee pick. If she could, she's so athletic. She got a little high there. And slipped off the front.
She got her arm trapped there. I was hoping she could battle that arm through, but she kind of got it caught there. Okay, so.
Tons of potential with Miss Kylie.
Yep. That'll bring us down to match number 8, and that will be Samantha Walker and Abigail Fernandez. And actually that does not look like Samantha Walker. So that is Almond, I believe. Yeah, that's Miss Almond. And I'm going to go with Fernandez because I don't have anybody else to go with. Minico. So this is Almond from Star Valley and Minico from Minico.
Fernandez from
Fernandez. Yeah, Fernandez.
Both wrestling names, at least if you're in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's a wrestling name in Idaho. I had a good friend that wrestled at BYU from Minico. And so that's a program with a lot of tradition.
She just looks like this Almond girl's looking for a headlock too that really... And so was Minico. And
Minico was looking. That's the reason why if we were talking to Minico's coaches, that's probably they'd be saying, why would you do a headlock? It looked like it just happened. But if you don't do it perfectly, then the other wrestler comes out on top. And Almond is the beneficiary of that one for sure. But she kind of, you could tell she knew where she was at, and she adjusted her weight so that Minico couldn't sling her over and put her on her back.
She's got a good barbed wire on right now. She can keep it. Oh, she loses that arm. She's got it back underneath, though, now. So she can collect it back up and then circle back this way. She'll have it and keep her head on top.
And it's like she's listening to you. Circles back this way.
Now she needs to circle the other way.
Yeah, other way, and then step on her toes. Step on her toes.
There she goes. She should be right close now.
There it is. Hey, well done, Almond. That's a wrestling name, by the way.
Yeah. So that'll bring us to match number 9, and that will be, and we are out of order. So I'm going to go to Vale Foreman, and I'm going to guess Janae Castro. Let's see who this match is.
Vale Foreman is She has wrestled a lot. USA Women's Wrestling knows Vail Foreman very, very well. She's wrestled all over the country, tournaments all over the place, and is a high level wrestler. Double leg takedown, head up, pushes to the side, finishes the takedown really well.
Right to the wrist, no hesitation, going right to straight to that wrist. You can tell she's put some time in. I don't think she's lost a match this year. She's doing really well. She's got the wing in. Ref calls that potentially dangerous. Vail with the crossface on here, looking for the near leg dump. Now she's switching off to the barbed wire. That should be all she wrote. She gets that on. It's going to be tight.
Well done, Vail Foreman.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but I have a feeling that Vail could be our first girl state champion for Star Valley High School.
Oh, yeah.
She has that kind of potential anyway.
Yeah, and she has that potential right now. Not, I guess that's not fair to put that kind of pressure on that. Wrestling's wrestling, and
right.
The outcome is not the most important thing. It's all the lessons that you learn through the effort of wrestling. But yeah, she's got some great potential, and she's got a big bright future in wrestling if she wants it. I think we've said this a million times, right? Women's wrestling is the fastest growing sport in the U.S. And what some of these girls don't realize is there are college wrestling positions waiting to be filled.
Yeah.
So any of these girls that want to wrestle at the next level, it's there. If they might have to search and seek it out, but it's there. Division I all the way down to at any level. Division III, JUCO, anything.
This, I believe, is Nellie Mays. I hope I got that right. They have gone out of order, so I'm. But at any rate, Minico got the takedown.
Got the takedown, was cranking Miss Mays over on her back, but they went out of bounds. Minico had a really tight half there. And all right, Mays with a sit out and to a wrist, looking for a roll.
Oh, but she
was down. She didn't have any. She was down on her hip.
Yeah,
a couple
things there. If her family watches this back over, when she goes to hit that roll, she needs to stay in a tighter little ball.
Yeah.
Don't go flat down to your hip, and then keep your elbows in tight. She flared that one arm up like that, and that allowed the girl to put the half on. So, parents and Nellie, if you watch this back, if you hit that roll, stay tight in the little ball. Keep your elbows in.
Both of them.
And then you can hit that. Sometimes these matches, when girls are wrestling, anybody wrestling 2 or 3 matches in a day, they kind of have to flip-flop where they're at in order to get them the proper rest time. So I'm sure that's what's going on. That's why we've gotten out of order.
Yeah, with young programs like most women's programs, they're just trying to get matches, as many matches as they can. For each team is that way. So the coaches are really working with each other to figure out who can get a match. And to your point, you're right. They're supposed to have, a 45-minute break in between matches. And so a lot of these girls are going to wrestle twice. So they got to wrestle at the beginning of the lineup and then at the end of the lineup. And so there's a lot of things that they're managing and tracking that make it a little more complicated than what meets the eye.
And now I'm not sure what's happening. I see some of the Minico boys coming out onto the mat.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
maybe we're done wrestling.
Done with the girls, or according to my sheet, there was still quite a few matches left. But maybe they have to wait. Maybe they're wrestling a third match. because I know some of them wrestled twice already, some of those Minico girls. So if that's the case, they might be doing the boys' duel. It looks like they're shaking hands and going to do a flip for the choice here. So looks like we're going to switch and start here with the boys versus Minico. This will be a good duel again. Minico took care of Bear River pretty handily. I don't remember the score, but
yeah, it seemed like it was pretty lopsided, didn't it?
yeah, it wasn't even close. So Braves will have do up their chin straps and come ready to go.